Okay, back on the Cummins, and what I've done, these are 1/2-inch dowels. Again, we kind of sharpened them, and then I pounded this one in there and pulled it out to show you kind of what it does. It's just an interference fit. So I've got the rubber bands around each one, holding them in there, and what I did was I pulled both up. You could hear the lifter, they call it a follower. You could feel it come up and stop, and that's where I pulled them up and then tightened the rubber band around each one of them, and then I worked each one of them out. The back one back there, I had to chop it. I saw that it was coming up around the wiper motor, so I had to chop it, but it's still got the band around it. So here's our issue. Obviously, I knew that was going to happen. The cam gear is going to touch, but I've got the right motor mount is loose. I've actually taken the bolt completely out, and I've got my little Porta Power. You can buy those from a place like Harbor Freight for $100 or $150 or whatever they are. I've got the engine up in an angle, and this thing still is just, I could actually go in there and saw this, but I'm not going to do that. But what I found is if I pull these mounts go right in there for the radiator support. There's 2 of them on each side. If I give her a good yank, she's going to clear, and then that cam should come right on out. And then a timing cover. Again, remember that thing was cracked, and you can see that crack has really evolved. When I first got the truck, it just had a slight leak, and then it progressively got worse over time. And I think it's been messed with, modified, but what cracked it, I don't know. But anyway, so that'll come loose, and then I've got down here with the pan bolts, there's, I believe, 6. There might be only 4, but there's a few pan bolts there that I'll set this down a second. There's a couple here and a couple on that side, and then this timing cover on bolts, and then it stops right back here. That's the whole edge of it. So I'll have to form a gasket in here, or I think some of these just had silicone from the factory, so you can put some of that Black Magic or Ultra Black or something in there. And you can see it's slightly loose. And I think I can leave that pump there because it'll separate right at this point here, and this is loose here, vacuum pump, and I think it'll just pull right off of there. I can change out that cover. Now this one shows a gasket, so I may have to buy that lower portion, but this is the cover that I got off a used one out of Arkansas, so it should work great. Anyway, I'll keep you an update.